Not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
After the second fabulous day in a row, we have to ask ourselves if this rally could have some real legs. The market is angry at the bears after them having free reign for 3 quarters. And I think that we're going into earnings season. The first quarters are going to be the banks, and they're good. I mean, I'm checking around with the banks. The numbers are good. So should I be worried about Bear Stearns in terms of liquidity and get my money out of there? No, no, no. Bear Stearns is fine. Do not take your money out. This is real. If there's one takeaway other than a plus 400 somebody, Bear Stearns is not in trouble. I mean, if anything, they're more likely to be taken over. Don't move your money from Bear. That's just being silly. Don't be silly.
Don't be silly. Remember that? Here he goes again. Same thing. His buddies at the banks. He must owe a lot of money. Needs the banks on his side. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I mean, he was talking the other day. This got to have legs. No, it doesn't. This market doesn't have legs. This is a short covering rally. That's all it is. This is what happens in bear market rallies. Now, it's very unusual to get 2 days where the market goes up 1,500 points or 5%. Happens, but not often. But it's kind of like, think of it as a relief valve. When pressure builds up, you always have that relief valve. That's what that is. It's the relief of this pressure. When markets are going down, when markets are collapsing, you got tremendous pressure. So you always get these snapbacks. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4 snapbacks in the S&P since January. 4 major snapbacks. And what they do is they accelerate the market back down. Don't listen to these people. These rallies aren't being built on earnings. These earnings, are you kidding me? They're going to be terrible. They're going to be terrible, these earnings, when these banks start reporting. Now, what they're going to do is mask it. They're going to take money from their set-aside for bad loans, which they always do, and then they take that money and transfer it over to their bottom line. So if they have $10 million for bad car loans, they take, and let's say the bank only made $1 million. Well, they'll take $3 million and just shift it to their bottom line. They're the only ones allowed to do that. They own the industry. And then they're going to beat their estimates. Everybody's going to beat their estimates. But next week, you got to keep your eye on the banks, and they're going to beat their estimates. And people think you're supposed to look at the estimates. And that's why you always get a rally in the very beginning in the stock market, because the banks are the first ones to report, and they always say, we beat our estimate. We beat our estimate by a penny. We beat our estimate by a penny. You've heard that. How many times? We beat our estimate by a penny. So that game's going to start. So as I told my members, every quarter we do the same thing. We never buy stocks going into earnings season. But what we do is we continue to buy the spiders. And because of the game they play, and not all the time, but more often than not, you always get a rally in the spiders and at the very beginning of earnings season because of the game. We beat estimates. We beat estimates. When I ran my public company, we used to do the same thing. An analyst would come into my CFO, and he'd say, well, our returns are going to be 2% when we knew they were going to be 5%. And then, our stock would go up. I mean, how silly. It's a silly game. Anyways, the biggest question is, what is the market going to do? I've been telling people all day long. The answer is in the bonds. It's in the bonds. One thing is, this has been a terrific opportunity for the big insurance companies and the hedge funds, because what you're supposed to do in these big rallies like this, you sell into them. If you're a hedge fund or big boy like that, they sell into them so they get more cash and they can operate with. They always sell into these rallies to get cash to operate with. Then they turn around and they do short-term trading. Exactly what we've been doing. Ask my members. That's what we've been doing. So the answer is the bond market. It's always the answer. If the bond market continues to go down, if we make a new low in the bond market, and here I'll give you the low. And if you want to track this, just like I gave it to you yesterday, just go to TLT. That's the symbol, TLT. Let's see if I can get it up here. TLT. There we go. Okay. TLT. That's the BlackRock Institutional Trust for the 20% Treasury yield, okay? 20-year Treasury yield. And as I showed you yesterday, when you were losing money in the bond market, and the bond market got down to about $100, $100.85, that's when they came in with that story, the hoax, the Bank of England, that they came, that they're going to go back to QE. The worst thing you could do, go back to QE. We got to go back to QE. We got to drop interest rates to zero to save the world, save the pensions, which it was just baloney. It's a lie. And boy, did everybody fall for it. Then the big boys started to cover their short positions, think, oh my God, then the Fed's going to do that. Powell's going to do that. So we rallied from that 185 cents up to about $104.50. So the rally went up. The bond people were starting to make money for the first time in the bonds. They had a little relief, right? So the bond market's going up, the yields go down when that happens, and the stocks go up. But now it's dropped. So it's dropped from that $104.34 down to $102. And if we take out the low, and that was the low of the bond market on September 27th, which is $101, we're at $102 right now. We haven't got far to go. Boy, are they going to be in there fighting. Oh, my God, there's going to be a fight. Okay, you kidding me? The plunger team? The plunger team's going to be getting there all day buying futures, keep buying futures, right, to keep this bond market up, keep that up. We don't want it to crash. Because if we make a new low on the bond market, then the yields start going back up. And look where the yields are today. We're at 381 points. When those 2 days, when we had Tuesday and Wednesday rally, that 5% went up 1,500 points, the yields dropped down to 350 basis points. Look at the big gain. We're back to 381. We'll get to 400 pretty soon. And that's what's going on. Because, again, your answer is in the bond market. So I'm begging everyone to watch TLT. And if it breaks that 101, you better be short. You better be short. So now, again, everybody's asking, well, are we going to now do the same thing as England? Are we going to turn around and are we going to go back to QE? No, we can't go back to QE. Remember, we stopped QE in November of 2021 for a hell of a reason. Because we're broke. We couldn't because inflation was killing us. Inflation was killing us since 2008 to 2014. They stopped. Remember I told you yesterday? 7 years. Bernanke should be in jail. He should be out making. He makes $250,000 a speech for a 30-minute speech. $250,000, 30-minute speech, and he's book solid. And he destroyed this country. Is it unbelievable? These people. I guess they get the dumbest people to make the speeches, like they get the dumbest people to be CEOs of banks. We'll be right back after this break.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Inflation rate month to month was just just an inch.
Just an inch. Okay, I didn't know we started to measure everything using a ruler here. I didn't. I thought we were more sophisticated than that. So I'm going to see how far we got to go from the lows where this market dropped to the June 17th low to get back up to the January high. And, that's where they got to go. So let me take, I'm going to measure it right now. You take your ruler here. Put it here. All right, I'm going to pull my ruler out. What we got? 3 inches. Hey, we only got to go up 3 inches. Wow, that's cool. 3 inches. Gee, he's measuring things by inches, this guy now. I only got to go up 3 inches to get my money back. Are you out of your mind? 3 inches to get your money back? This is the crazy thing that people don't understand what's going on. This market is not going to go back up. The only time the market goes up when we do QE. And they're not going to do QE. And the proof is because they rigged it for the Bank of England to come over here and say, hey, we're going to do QE. Let's start the rumor. Then they'll start the rumor that Powell's going to do QE. I'm going to help out my buddy Powell. Powell says, great. Yeah, let's do that. And the market will rally. Market rallies, and people really think that this thing is over. For God's sakes, don't you understand? We got 9 billion trade deficit. That's a record trade deficit. We have a record national debt. We're at 31 trillion. Hello, 31 trillion. It's debt that kills you. You know that. You're at home. You know that. We're paying right now $500 million just to carry the interest on the debt. In 5 more years, we'll be paying $1 trillion, maybe even less. This is insane. Oh, we're going to rally. Are you nuts? Corporate debt is out of control. They, just like the pensions, they went in, bought, and leveraged this zero interest rate. Now they're choking. When you got you got rates, the short-term Fed rate at now, what's it now? About 3.5, 3.8, almost 4%. Can you imagine you borrowed all this money at 0 or a quarter, and now you got to pay, 3 1/4? It'll kill you. You're dead. It'll kill you. And they're telling us, and Kramer, boy, the bank earnings are going to be really good. The bank earnings are going to be really good. No, they're not. They're not going to be good. The earnings are going to be horrible. Now, they're going to come out and say they're good. They're going to rig everything, but they're not. See, that's the problem with the banks. You can never figure out what the banks are. Never. But what we do know about the banks, they're always running to the Federal Reserve to bail them out because they can't loan to each other at night because they don't trust each other, and the credit freezes. And we're heading that way where the credit's going to freeze. So let's put this all in perspective. First of all, the proof is this is a short covering rally. And the big institutions love it because they sell into it. When they sell into it, that's more operating capital. Then they're going to short it again. This is a great way to get operating capital. Okay, if you're a big company, a big trader, and you want to sell, you love these snapbacks because you get operating capital. Then you'll short it again. So think about this. We had a 5% rally in 2 days. Was it over earnings? No. Was it over the fact that they said that the company's top line sales have increased by 5 or 7%? No. Have they said the company's free cash flows improved by 3 or 4%? No. All they said is, hey, the Bank of England is saving the pension funds in England. We're going to go back to QE. And this is why people rallied? What are you, nuts? Remember, when the S&P crashed 31%, remember that? From 2020 January or February 2020 down to March 2020. It went down 31%. Think about that. It went down 31%. It took just 5 weeks. 5 weeks to go down 31%. It took just 5 weeks to capture it back. That's it. 5 weeks. Boom. Like that. Why? QE. And then every time you do QE, you get poor. You pay for it. Bernanke, remember, it was Bernanke who screwed everybody in 2008. And then Bernanke, Obama, and Biden administration, they screwed everybody with QE. You know, people thought, oh, look at me, I can go buy a pickup truck. I can go buy a pickup truck, and I can buy a chain, and I can even go buy a dog and hook him to my bumper and go buy some bait, go fishing, and it won't cost me anything. My payments are going to be so low. Everybody ran down to buy pickup trucks, right? Then they bought those stupid wheels, so when they sit at the red light, right, they look like they're spinning, going backwards. Everybody's going crazy but they didn't realize they're getting screwed at the supermarket, and over time they're really going to get screwed at the gasoline station. So Bernanke screwed everybody and took care of the wealthy, and that's why the middle class. The middle class has dropped from 64% to 41%. When your middle class drops, everything stops. Your middle class, that's what grows the economy, your middle class. The rich don't grow the economy. The middle class grows the economy. Because it used to be the middle class would have the extra money. After they paid all their taxes and everything, they'd have disposable income. They go start a business. They can't start businesses anymore. They can't. Those days are gone. Those days are gone. The middle class is gone. They say it's shrinking. It's more than shrunk. It's gone. So going back to this rally, I want to get onto that. Going back to this rally. So think about it. They dropped in 5 weeks, and it went up in 5 weeks. This crash started in January 2022 and went into where we are today. Dropped from January 2020 to where we are now. You know, it took 40 weeks to go down 24% compared to 5 weeks? Compared to 5 weeks from 2020, February to March, 5 weeks. It took us 40 weeks. The slowest crash ever. This was slow, like watching paint dry. Why? There was no fear. No fear. Why is that? I'll tell you when I get back. And why is that dangerous? I'll tell you that when I get back. So don't go anywhere.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. You know, over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. You know, I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, Phil'sGang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from. All that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com. Or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
The reason the economy has remained strong is because credit balances are rising. And with higher and higher interest rates, those high credit balances are going to start to get really expensive.
I love that. The reason the economy is so strong is because we give everybody credit. They can buy something now and pay later. Do you remember? I remember, I'm sure you do too. Remember when our parents, they would buy nothing unless they had the money. They'd save first, they work hard, and they say, remember my mother and father, they would buy nothing unless they could go down to that store and take it from their savings and pay for it. They would never think of putting anything, even before credit cards, they wouldn't think of saying, I'm going to put it on a layaway plan. Or no way. That all changed. Once the credit cards hit, once the big boys, okay, once our owners got those credit cards going, and what a scam that was. And here's to say, this economy is strong because we give people credit. No, the economy, we're in this mess because we give people credit. We're in this mess because they issue credit to anybody. Remember housing? They issued credit to anybody. If you could afford the house, no problem. You didn't have a job, no problem. If you're dead, no problem. You got a house. Everybody get a house. Remember? They wouldn't even ask you if you had a job or how much you made. They never even checked it. Is to say that's why we're strong? No, that's building a bubble. And we've done it all over again. How? Because we turned around and we keep buying those damn bonds. And every time you buy those bonds, okay, that's screw. When you buy bonds and they can lower the interest rates, that's the problem. We should take and get rid of the credit cards. We should get rid of the credit cards. If I was president, I'd get rid of the credit cards, number one. First thing I do. No, the first thing I would do is I would get rid of payroll tax. Payroll tax, don't you dare charge me, bill me on my labor? You're going to charge me on my labor? What are you, nuts? That's the first thing that's got to go. Then we get rid of credit cards. My God, if you got rid of credit cards, you know how much our credit... I mean, think about it. We have right now, I think the credit cards, there's about 567 million credit cards. You imagine if you took 567 million credit cards away from people, what would happen? They have no credit cards, and they have to pay with cash. They'd have to work. That'd be giving them incentive to work. Our productivity is down 72% because our government gives people money, disincentivizes them. Don't go to work. Remember when Pelosi said, are you working just to have insurance coverage? Stop. Go home. Learn how to play the piano or come over to my house and clean my ice cream machine over here. Unbelievable. Go home. Learn how to paint. Play the piano. You haven't got to work anymore. We're going to take care of you. And then remember 2021? Biden comes out with, oh my God, one day on March 11th, he did the American Rescue Plan. On March 11th, he did the child tax credit. On March 11th, he did another budget plan. On March 12th, he did another American Family Plan. And then in November, he did the infrastructure bill. And then, oh my God, this is crazy. So what we got to do now, if you're in the stock market, sit back, let the bonds do their job. If those bonds, as I said, drop below 100, just put up TLT, you'll see the chart, drops below 100, what's going to happen? Yields are going to go straight up, and the market's going to go straight down, and we're going to make a lot of money continuing to short. Now, the other thing is, remember this, if they rig the market by putting out the fake business news network, if they get together with the media and they put out this notice or rumor that Biden's going to, or that Biden or Powell's going to say, okay, I'm going to go back to zero rates. I'm going to go back to QE. Jeez, this market will scream up. It will scream up. They would just give us an opportunity for another crash, but we'll make money on the way up and we'll make money on the way down. And that's why people can't make money in the stock market, because they're never in that position. They always got to be looking for stocks that are going up. When stocks are going down and you're trying to find stocks going up, that's ridiculous. How are you going to ever make money? Just looking for stocks that go up. There's 5,000 stocks. How are you going to find a good stock? You can't. You stay with the 6 same stocks, and you don't care if the stock goes up or down. Think about that. If you stay with just 6 stocks like we do, that's what we train our students, stay with 6 well-known stocks. And why do you need any more than that? If the market goes down, we're going to short the stock and make money. If you have Caterpillar, like I have in my portfolio, Caterpillar. If Caterpillar goes down, we make money. Caterpillar goes up, we make money. Why do I have to have more than Caterpillar? I have 6 stocks. Doesn't that make sense? But if you don't know how to short and you don't even know how to buy stocks, you can't have 6 stocks. All of a sudden you're building such a portfolio, and then your portfolio managers take care of you. Oh, they love that. They burn and churn you. But I can get back on this subject. Look, listen. These zero rates, right? They started in November 2008. And the biggest problem we got right now is, as I said to you, remember that bubble that was created? That big bubble. When we had that bubble in 2020, after the market crashed, February 2020, and it went from February down to March. And remember, it only took for it to go up 123%. It only took, was it 5 months or 5 weeks? 5 weeks. 5 weeks. And then it 5 weeks. That's all it took. Why? Because you had QE, 5 weeks. Remember, they got their money back in 5 weeks. Our market has been down now, 40 weeks. 40 weeks. And 40 weeks it took our market to go down. 40 weeks. It took those, back in 2020, it only took 5 weeks. And it took 5 weeks to recapture. Ours took down 40 weeks, and we're not even recapturing. We're up about, 4%? But today, about 4% since this thing turned around. We got to recapture. How are we going to recapture 4%? If you take the S&P, 4%, we got to go up and recapture. We dropped 24%. We got to go up another 20%. Are you nuts? It's not going to happen. The only way you could do that if you had QE. So think about it. Think about it. Just think about those two different crashes. So it's common sense. It tells you if that January 2022 to October took 40 weeks to crash, go down 24%. Why did it take so long? It took so long because people are complacent, because people believe the government's going to come in and bail everybody out. That's why it's going down so slowly. Remember the fear that we had in 2020. February 2020 down to March 2020, the market went down 31% because the fear was incredible. If you looked on your VIX index, the fear was up. It went from 40% up to like 120. That's right. Same with 2008. Went from 40% up to 120. We're not even hit 40%. We're, I think today, 28, 30? We're at 29%. No fear, because everyone's, it's going to be okay. The government's going to bail us out. This is going to be the worst crash in history. So even if they snap this market back, going towards the election, it can't sustain itself because there's no more QE. Without QE, they can't sustain anything. This is just another big bubble if they do that. And the bubble will deflate, just like the bubble deflated on all these rallies. It's unbelievable. And remember, that rally from January 2022 to October 2020, we lost $9 trillion. Remember, we gained $9 trillion in the market from March 2022 to November 2021. That's all gone now. Gave it all that $9 trillion is gone. It all deflated with the bubble from 2022 to October 2022. Now, don't get caught up in this nonsense that this market's the crash is over. It's not. We'll take a look at some stocks when we get back. This is a hope.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. Over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And the Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial. to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Now, we're back to Phil Grandy and Phil's Gang. Check out the free 10-day trial that gives you full access to the Phil's Gang website with the Working Investor Plan. Learn more at philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Got a few announcements for you. Okay, first of all, if you listen in my show in the Sarasota area and Clearwater and St. Pete and Tampa area, you can follow me on 93.7 The Answer. 93.7. They were down for a few days, but now we're back up. 93.7, okay? So remember that. So if you're driving around, go to 93.7. Okay, also, what I have done because of the situation of the stock market, I used to do free for everybody, Friday, give you a recap of the market, what I thought was going on. Now I changed that. I'm going to do it as often as I need to. Today I put up how many? 3. I think I put up 3 alerts on my YouTube channel. So follow my YouTube channel. It's going to be very active, and it's going to give you good information, not nonsense that you hear from the fake Biz News Network. You're going to know when I say something that's going to be true. And when I tell you the market's going to go down, it's going to go down. When I tell you it's going to go up, it's going to go up. If it's not going to do anything, it's not going to do anything, okay? There's no nonsense, none of that crap. You get the truth. So go to my YouTube channel, okay? And also I have a podcast, okay? My YouTube channel podcast and Rumble. So we're going to do everything we can possibly to help you folks, okay, who listen to me on radio, okay? We want to help you out. If the problem is you start listening to CNBC, you're listening to Fox Business, you're listening to Bloomberg's, and they don't give you the truth. It's not to their best interest. It's to the best interest of their advertisers to make you feel good, for God's sake. So you go buy a car. And then they drop interest rates down to 0, so you go buy the car. And then inflation keeps going up. Then all of a sudden you wonder why you got to pay gasoline is so high in food. Now, I also want to correct something. Remember, I said in 2020, after the crash from February to March 2020, what did they do? They said, let's rally the market. Let's go buy a whole bunch of bonds, get interest rates down to 0. And they rallied the market up from 2000. They rallied from March lows of 2020 to January 2022, up 123%, and they added 19 trillion in value. But when the market crashed from January 2022 to where we are today, they gave 9 trillion of that back. Why? Because there's no more QE. And the reason it took, how many weeks we said? The reason it took about 40 weeks to go down instead of 40 weeks instead of 5 weeks, because there's no more QE, okay? Now, you're going to be hearing, going now, if interest rates start going down, let's say they do another little rally. They do another, because it's going to be volatile. They're going to do everything they can to make sure they don't go back down through that June 17th low. They're going to do everything they can. They're going to cheat. They're going to lie, do anything, okay? So if we keep getting these rallies as we keep going into the election, we'll make money on the rallies. And if you bought the stocks early enough, like we do, that's the thing. Don't chase it. By the time you listen to CNBC or the other business shows and they tell you to buy a stock, we've already bought it. And when you buy it, we're selling you our stock. You can't buy stock listening to those people. When they say buy a certain stock at $60, we already bought the stock at 40 or 50. And we say, here, take ours. When Kramer and the rest of them on CNBC or Fox Business, any of them recommend a stock, the low-hanging fruit's already been picked. You're always buying stock retail to try to sell retail. You got to buy stocks that are wholesale. Give you an example. I gave my gang members today what we call dog stocks. These are stocks that drop 70 to 50%. Take Nike. Nike is one of them, okay? So we're going to be following these every day, and we're going to catch them early. So here's what would happen. Nike has dropped about 70%. And also between 70 and 50%. Nike went down. NVIDIA, that's another one. These all went down around 60, 70%. So we're going to buy them early. Once we see a buy signal on my Pro 2 color-coded chart, we got to see a buy signal. Once we see that buy signal, we're going to buy early. Now, here's what's going to happen to you. So let's say we buy Nike we bought it yesterday at, what was it, about $83 yesterday. So by the time, let's say the stock goes up at some point, the snapback, I'm talking about a snapback. We're going to keep getting these snapbacks. You know that 2-day rally we had? Okay, we're going to keep getting snapbacks like that. But you got to know when to get it in. You just don't go buy Nike. You got to know when to get it. When we bought it, we just bought a Scout. What's that? 1 share. Because now we're going to watch it, we're going to manage it, and then when we see another buying up to it, then we'll add more money to it. So we got a selection of good stocks here. NVIDIA, Nike, we got Carnival Cruise Line, all these stocks that got hit heavy. We got Disney, that's down about 30, 40%. Those are stocks you got to be in. What you're doing is you're coming in. If I buy Nike at, let's say I bought Nike, just give you an idea. Let me put it up here. My point is, if I bought Nike at around, give it to you here, around $83, you're going to buy it at $93. And I'm going to say, here, take mine. You can have mine. You're buying everything at the wrong time. You're not getting in early enough. But most people don't know how to buy a stock. They get in, then it goes down. How many people say, every time I get into a stock, it goes down? Because you have to work a stock. Like when we bought Nike, like all these other stocks we're going to be working, we start out with 1 share. No, of course not. You can't make money on 1 share. I get that. But that's not why we put 1 share on. It's called a Scout. You send out your Scout. You always send out a Scout. Let him get killed, right? Same thing. But then once it's showing it's got relative strength, got good volume, we keep adding to it. And we watch it, And then when the stock's up 10, 20%, all of a sudden these guys on CNBC and Fox tell you to buy. You can't buy something retail and try to sell it. It's like 90% of the people in the stock market, they go to Sears, buy a suit, just an analogy, buy a suit for $100, and they put out in the front of the store thinking they sell it for $200. That's exactly what they do with the stock market. They buy retail. You can't go buy a suit for $100 and go out in front of the store and try to sell it for $200. You're buying retail to sell retail. That's what happens with you retail customers. With you retail customers in the stock market, you're always buying the stock wrong. And then when the market drops, you're watching it go down. Say, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? And they say, oh, don't worry. You're going to be just fine. How about buying on a dip? That's the most dangerous thing you can do when there's a downtrend channel. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Why don't you just join our gang? That's all. Here, I'll show you here. It's easy to join. It's easy to join.
Hey, good afternoon, gang. This is Steve Celeste here, the Director of Education for philsgang.com. Just giving you an easy step-by-step process on how to join the gang for 10 days for free with our Working Investor program. So it's as simple as going to www.philsgang.com. At the top of the site, you're going to click on Get Started. Once you're on the next page, simply click on the red banner where it says 10-day free trial, and that's all you got to do. All right, thanks for listening to the show, and I'll see you on the charts.
Or you can call 877-600-GANG, or that's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264, okay? So, again, remember, my YouTube channel is going to be very, very active, and it's free. Okay, very active. It's going to clue you in what's going on. You're not going to get the nonsense. You're not going to get the BS. I told you this rally's not going to last, okay? Now, remember, that June 17th low, they're going to fight and fight to make sure it doesn't go through it, and they'll probably rally it again tomorrow, okay? But it's okay. Let them rally up and down, up and down. It's called volatility. That's what happens. But eventually it's going to collapse. And when it collapses, if you're my gang member, you're going to be making money as it collapses. See, that's the key. Once you can make money, when the stock's going down or the market's going down, if you're making money when it's going down, what a difference it makes. What a difference it makes. And then you're going to know how to buy a stock at the right time so you're not buying it retail. Doesn't that make sense? Does it make sense to buy something at retail and go out and try to find and sell it? Doesn't work. Okay. Remember my YouTube channel and remember the kids at St. Jude. Send them $5, anything, please. Hey, we'll see you on the chart.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.